We're working on the MMR's employee onboarding account and equipment request. So the current process, MMR uses a cloud-based, open-ended document to request new employee accounts or request modifications for existing accounts for transitioning employees going from location to location. The form is sometimes hard to understand and the process can be confusing. After the form is filled out, it's not even too clear who needs to be contacted or what needs to be done for an employee to get what they need. So our process will be changing that into a web form designed under the guidance of the app dev team of MMR. The form will guide the user to what may be needed for new or pre-existing user accounts, and it will be tied to MMR's ERP system for classifications and payroll departments.
So here we have our architectural diagram for the application. The HR employee will log in and they will be visited with the application itself, and it'll be running on a UI Rasden along with the Blazor app, which is Blazor WebAssembly. And it will talk to the backend API.
For our backend API framework, we're using ASP.NET Core 7, using Entity Framework to interface with our SQL Server. For endpoint testing, we are using Swagger.
Okay, so here we have the front end of our application. So the first feature I want to show off is pre-filled information. So if you have already logged in as a HR employee and you want to pull up information from an existing social security number, say for example for this it's twos, it's just a bunch of twos. You'll have the entire pre-existing employee information pulled up. But we're going to show you that our forms do work and how cool they look. So we're going to be starting off with, load the page, and we're going to start off by inputting some information like name. You don't need the middle initial, but if you'd like, you can put it. You have last name, you can pick suffix, you can put an email. You can put an employee ID, we'll do some 9s. And again, you can do a social security number. So I will create a custom one, we'll use some 1s. And you'll have your manager name. And with the job title, we're gonna scroll all the way down. And you can see a list of job titles that not only that you can page through, you can also search up. So I want to do receptionist, there we go. And you can pull up your district information, district location, department number, payroll, those are going to be 5 numbers, so we'll do some 5 zeros, we'll do some 5s. And then you can select per diem or not, and we're going to do a vehicle allowance. And then it moves on, it saves temporarily into the database, well it saves into the database, and then you can go back and look at it here, and you can see it all. And now we'll continue on with the office phone. So we'll say that we need to transfer our office phone number. We'll use some more zeros here. Use more zeros here, and we'll do our cell phone. We'll say that we want to port our old cell phone, AT&T. We'll have a desktop computer, say BIM workstation, or then there's a standard workstation also. We'll have the desktop computer be AutoCAD laptop, and you can just close it off and then you can't change it if you don't want to. And then we have tablet with iPad here, and then we'll move on into our software requests, where we're going to have a list of requested software that they would like. We can do, let's say, AutoCAD, Project, and others. We'll pick our default Bluebeam, and again, we'll just pick a couple different versions here. These are just some pre-filled information, and you can even specify a unique permission that you'd like. Oh, I really want Adobe Animate for some reason. Really want it. Yep. So then we'll move on to software permissions, and that will all be saved. And you can do the same thing here, similar thing. You pick what required permissions you will need for your application. So I need everything. So I'll have everything here, and we'll select some roles, and you can select multiple roles too. As you can see, you can select more than one role. And you can still specify what other software you would like to use and get permissions for. And then we'll move on, and can be your selection for your cards and your transportation. And there we go.
Alright, so for our Swagger demonstration, I'd like to go ahead and show you guys our posting endpoint for our employee info. Here I have employee record. Execute. We get response 200, okay. And now up above, I will show that we can get it by ID. So the ID was 6. So now we will test our get by ID. Once again, code 200, okay.